Welcome back to the channel, everybody. Well, today's the day we do it. We're gonna start building a Splash Drone 3 Plus from scratch. These are some of my personal ones. I am gonna give away one of my cases, and these are all batteries, parts, everything I've got. I've got enough to build one. I've got a couple more boxes of parts in the garage. I want to thank Mr. Bo Jackson at Mr. Bo Jack's Drone and Tech.com for sponsoring this build. I'm going to get a few more parts out, and we're going to do it. This is our 1-year anniversary build. We're going to build a Splash Drone 3 Plus over here. We're going to walk you through a complete build from scratch. And then we're gonna program it on the, hook it to the computer, update the firmware, calibrate everything, and then we are gonna take it for some extreme testings. I don't know, there's a fountain in the park down the road. Maybe we'll take it through the fountain. I've never done that before, but wanted to. But we're gonna push it through some extreme testing, and then we're gonna raffle it off. You put this in some lucky person's hand. This is 100% waterproof drone. The controller's not waterproof, but the drone is. I throw it overboard. You guys have seen it in my videos all the time. I throw it overboard and launch it from the boat. We're just gonna get into it. I wanna thank everybody. By the time you see this video, I think we will be at 1,000 subscribers. I looked a little while ago, I was at 998. But without further ado, we're gonna get into this build. I want to thank everybody so much for all your support. You guys have been so great. Look at all those parts. And I still got 2 more boxes like that one there in the garage full of parts. I probably got, I don't know, well over 10,000 sitting here. Well, with the ones in the garage. This stuff adds up. These flight controllers are here. These flight controllers are like 3 something a piece. Motors are $50 a piece. You got your boards. This board is a where's the other piece to it? This is just for the Splash Drone itself. It don't have the power button like this one has on it right here. There's a power button. Another board gets soldered on there. I have that board somewhere, so I can convert SD Splash Drones to SD3s. You just have to buy a new case with the power button. Oh yeah, I can't use this case. I gotta go get another one. This is the one that I ripped the gimbal off of. I've got a gimbal somewhere too. The gimbal mount here, I ripped it off. Those rivets came out. So we can't use this shell. Let me go get a different shell out. I've got 3 shells. The only thing I'm lacking, I think, are a few receivers. I could probably build 2 or 3 drones with all the parts I've got. You guys know how much all these batteries cost. These props, $50 a set. There's a few $100. I even got the goggles for it. I got the 4K camera for just videoing, and then I've got the bait release. This one's got the bait release on it, and it's got 4K camera. This drone here comes with this receiver, and this receiver hooks Wi-Fi to your phone, and I can program grid patterns, take off from my phone, and view everything from my phone. And I like to use this when I'm out on the water and stuff, because when I'm fishing in the marsh, if I go over an island or something and it crashes, and it's out of my sight, this thing will pinpoint on the map where it is. Well, oh yeah, I never used this yet. That's the tensioner. It's a trolling device for your drone. You put this little tensioner on the bottom of it, put your line through it, just put a loop in your line, and then put it through there, and then when something grabs it and puts enough pressure on it, it will drop. A lot of people, before they started coming out with those payload releases, would set that tension real loose, send it out 500 kilometers, and then just jerk the drone up real fast, and it would release the bait into where they wanted to. But with these new ones, you could look 100% straight down, because it sits like this. So you could look 100% straight down, or you can drop that thing, pinpoint it right in front of a fish's nose if you want to. I do have another controller, more shells. I'm gonna give up one of my cases. I mean, how often do I take 3 drones with me at one time? I got plenty of chargers. I'll give away one just like it comes in the box, like if you bought the standard package. I'm not gonna give up one of my cameras, so I hope you guys ain't disappointed. I mean, they're expensive. But it'll come with a set of props, the landing gear, a battery for the drone, a battery for the controller, a charger set, and I think that's about it. And you know, you'll get your props and all that stuff. All right, let's get into this build. I'm going to turn this off, get the camera mounted, and get started here. All right, everybody, we finally got all the parts out. Few things I did off camera. Here is the power board. Actually, this is an SD3 power board. It don't have called the press button on it. Where you solder all these on. I saved you all the misery of watching all the soldering, but here is the finished product. This is how this one has the press board it's called, and all that is the power button. The SD3 did not come with a power button. Once you plug the battery in, it automatically powered up. This one, it still powers up, but you're able to shut it off and on with this. So we got all that soldered on. This is just a power cord for that Wi-Fi thing for the app. I did mount the flight controller on and put the strap on. And the flight controller, you can see the ribbons on it. You can go to the website and they have a diagram on how to put it on. I put a piece of Velcro on the top because I Velcro my channel receiver, 2.4 gigahertz 10 channel receiver. I mount that up there like that myself. Keeps it out of the way, keeps it secure. So that's the only thing I did different. I got me a little diagram over here on how I wire the motors. You guys remember the other video I did on how to replace a drone motor. And one other thing I did off camera, I mean, I got the LEDs in, and I've got the plug for the gimbals. I got that mounted. Just a few little things. Completely blank, brand new shell. And we are going to mount the motors. We'll get this out of the way here. I'll set that over here, and we'll get these motors out. Comes with the 4 screws and 4 rubber gaskets. Okay, this is the CCW counterclockwise motor. I always feel them, make sure they spin good. When you're looking at your drone, these are the front of your drone. This is a top view. My chart here is a top view. So I know the CCW motor will go over here like this. So I'm just gonna get them all out and get them ready, and then we'll get into that. So I'll probably fast forward all this stuff, and we'll go from there. And I do not have a magnetic screwdriver, so it makes things really difficult for me. Maybe I can. Let me see if I got a pair of tweezers. Okay, I found a set of tweezers. Let's see if this is helpful. Don't seem to be. I guess it helps. All right. I got fat fingers. So this does not seem to be lining up here. Put all your screws in loose. Make sure you can get them all to line up. A magnetic screwdriver is the way to go, folks. I'm holding the motor up off the table because I don't want to put too much pressure on the motor and warp it or something. Okay, that'll go like that, and then this will go through here. You want your red one, then your black one, then your blue one. And that way there's nice in line. Then you'll put your top on. You'll lay these nice and flat in there and put the top on. But before we do that, I'm going to put silicone in there. Let's get the rest of these motors on before we do that. So as you can see, the top view is clockwise. That's a clockwise. So this is going to be a counterclockwise here. So let's put that counterclockwise on this side. We'll run them through the hole.
not tonight. Feeling out by the ocean, along those white hot sands, where every sunrise is just.
Okay, everything is in. So now we're gonna get ready to glue all these pieces in. And we got plates here to screw down on top, right here. So what it'll do is it'll go like that, and this will go over the top of it. And those will come out, these screws. And then this plate will go over the top of it and screw it and hold it tight. So, let me get the silicone. Okay, I got the silicone all over my wife's nice table. She's gonna kill me, but we'll just keep going, act like that didn't happen. Since we got that one there already, we're just gonna put a little bit around this. Then we'll put these wires like this, and we're going to add a little more to the edge now. The whole idea is we want this drone to be waterproof. Defeats the whole purpose if we don't seal this good. So I will put a little bit extra in there because this thing must be waterproof. Still a little too. We'll put this in here, like so. And then one of these will go over the top of it and hold it in place. It's gonna ooze out the other side. I'll clean it off here in a second. Again, we just put the screws in very lightly at first, get them all started, and then we'll crank them all down. double check CW, CCW, CCW, CW, CW. Perfect. Let's put these little pieces back in here. And that's our the top to the body. Now, we already got our LEDs in. We got our gimbal mount in. We already, oh, we got a few extra screws here. Here's another screw. I knew I was missing one. This is a screw that I need for the clamp. Okay, so now we are going to, like I said, we already had the flight controller mounted. The board has an arrow on it, see? It shows the front of the drone. Your flight controller has an arrow on it. When you glue it down, I use a double-sided tape and glued that down because I don't want that moving around. So I got that on there. That'll plug into here. And again, you can go to the Swell Pro and they've got all these diagrams on how these all plug in. So I'm not gonna bore you with all that. Now here's all the other plugs. This goes to your Wi-Fi signal deal. And that's how this is gonna go. So here we go. We got the same silver marks as the other one. So that's the front of the drone. So what we'll do is we'll plug these LEDs into where they go. Let me just turn this around. Those things are hard to plug in sometimes. Okay, this plugs in over here. So everything's pretty much self-explanatory. So we'll plug this guy in while we're over here. There's another plug underneath over here. That's where our video, 40 channel video link will plug in right here. And again, this is your 2.4 gigahertz 10 channel receiver. Now, it's got plugs in it too. And again, they will have this on the website on how everything's plugged in. So this is the antenna. So this antenna's got to get put down in here. Into that waterproof thing. Okay, so that's in. We'll get that out of our way. Now we'll plug this guy in where it goes. Putting those motors on is the most time-consuming thing of this build. One more LED. All right. That goes there, that goes there. Now before we screw this board down, we want to plug this guy in over here because once you plug that board, screw that board down, it's hard to get at. Okay, so everything is hooked to the board right now. So now we can screw this board down. And that's exactly what we'll do right now. We'll screw this down. We're gonna leave this one screw over here out because that's what's gonna hold your GPS cord. Once you hook the dome up, you plug that dome in, that will, this clip goes on it and that'll hold that cable in place. I broke that off one of my other drones. I'm pretty good at fixing these drones because I push them to the limit, and you can see by all the spare parts I have wrecked a bunch of drones. So I'm not saying it is a good thing, but it is what it is. Okay, so let's get some zip ties out. Alright, let's get it. Yeah, I don't know if these yellow ones will be long enough. We'll find out. What we're going to do is go through here. I want to mount these from flopping around. We'll mount these up. Okay, so we got the SCs clamped down. I do this, I put the Velcro on there, and then I just mount that like that. I'll put that over the top of these. So that is basically it. Now we start to wire up the motors. And we will be, alright, we'll use green for the motor wires. I don't like them to be able to vibrate loose, and I'll show you what I mean here in a minute. So we know this is the front because the arrow faces the front, so it'll go like this. So what we'll do, we'll look at our chart here because I have done enough of these. That this CCW motor, we'll make sure it's a CCW, yep, counterclockwise. And we know the motor on this one, red goes to red. Blue on the motor goes to black on the board. Blue on the board goes to black on the motor. Now I don't like to leave those all like bunched up in there. So I do go like this, and what I will do is, if I can get this thing to stay, it's hard to get them to balance and do when you're filming. You know, when you're filming, everything goes wrong. And I go across where the connection is. And I zip tie it like that, and it keeps everything out of the way so that no wires can get pinched. And then we'll do the same thing here. I'm just going to plug a GPS dome on here real quick. And and see if we get any crazy beeps. Don't know. And there's a spot on top of the board where this plugs in. I'm gonna plug this in quick. I got such big fingers, it's really hard for me to do these little plugs. I think that's plugged in. Okay. That looks like it's been through it already. Huh. Alright, let's plug a battery into this thing and see if we get any crazy errors. Doesn't look it. We do have some crazy flashy lights. Alright, those went away. I think it's good. But we're gonna continue to build. We might have to program, probably gonna have to program the flight controller, but everything seems to be working. We're gonna unhook this GPS dome for a minute and let's put this thing together.
Been a long time without love. Everything reminds me of you, but everything is not enough. Really hard by the ocean, among all those white hot sands. Well, every sunrise is just for you, so come along and take my hand.
This is what gets tricky. Getting this thing. What did I do with that other screw? There we go. I never get this at the first try. fired up. Okay, let's make sure the motors are spinning the right way. Okay, this is a CW. This is supposed to spin. Let's put it the right way. Okay, this is CW, CW, CW. We'll arm it. That's clockwise, that's clockwise, counterclockwise. That's it. It's a wrap. So it is, unfortunately, it's 1:30 in the morning. So we're gonna unhook our batteries, shut it off. And then tomorrow, we are gonna do a little hover, and then we're gonna do some extreme testing. You guys know me, I push my drones to the limit. There is a fountain at the park I've been eyeballing. Maybe we'll drive this through the fountain. It'll be a waterproof. Excuse me. It'll be a waterproof and a pressure test. See how much pressure you think it takes. I'm leaving all my stuff out on this table. My wife's probably gonna kill me, but I had a great time building it. From start to finish, I'd say maybe an hour and 10 minutes tops. These things are really basic. I mean, there's not many moving parts. That's why I love these things. It is completely waterproof. Brand new shell. I do have another shell over here. I could have cheated and used this. I already had motors on it. It's ready to go. This is my test one. And then I have got this here. This one had the things knocked off it when I crashed that very first one in the tree. So I put this together sometimes, and if I get a bright idea, I'm gonna try this, I'm gonna try that. I crashed that thing and smashed it so many times. That's my crash dummy. I send that thing to do all this crazy things I come up with. But that's it. This is the one we're gonna raffle off. The next video will show you the practice flight with it, and then some extreme testing, and then in that one we'll give you guys the links and all that stuff to buy a raffle ticket for this one. We're gonna raffle this one off and put it into some lucky subscribers' hands, and hopefully they love this thing as much as I do. Thanks for watching, everybody. You guys have been great. 1 year mark, 1,000 subscribers. I can't thank you guys enough. I'll see you soon.